A very good evening. I'm back with Mother's Day special. Mother is the light of the family. Traditionally, a mother brings up her children and takes care of all the household chores. But in today's modern world, we see mothers taking up multiple roles. And I can see that in my family itself. My mother is standing as an example, and I have grown up seeing her adorn so many roles. Today, I feel really proud to read out her profile. She was born to Sri Dharmaraj and Srimati Sulochna at Belgaum in Karnataka. She did her schooling in Bangalore and went to finish her BHMS in Belgaum. From childhood, she was very sensitive towards needy people. She always helped them by giving away her lunchbox. She always stood against injustice and led a group by friend. She was a school captain and went to become a president in junior college. She was always interested in writing poems in Hindi, articles and essays. She was the editor for a magazine in medical college. She won many prizes in competitions. She can speak 10 Indian languages. Her day starts at 3:30 a.m. She finishes all her household chores and then goes to her clinic. In the afternoon, she writes and watches motivational videos. She takes her time for social service and politics. Her vision is to see a poverty-free, educated and healthy society. I am blessed today to invite her on my YouTube channel for a talk on food versus thoughts. Now, I welcome my lovely mama, Dr.Sheetal Madan, to our channel for the session.
Namaste, Vanakkam, Sasriyakal, Adab, and good evening to one and all out there for this special program on Mother's Day. Mother, Amma, Ma, in different languages brings in warmth and love. Let me take this privilege to wish all mothers and mothers to be a very happy Mother's Day. Words fall short to describe a mother. All that I can do is bow my head with reverence to millions of mothers out there who have created wonderful souls and have gifted this beautiful world. Today I have taken this topic, food versus thoughts, for the main reason that food is something that every individual or a human being has to consume to live, and the thoughts are the ones which can make this world a beautiful place to live in, because thoughts are the ones which converts into actions, and those actions will reflect on our society or the community that we live in. Now everybody must be wondering as how the food we eat and which goes into our stomach has a role to play with the thoughts that is done by our brains. Let me tell a small story to illustrate this situation. There was a place in Rishikesh by name Narendranagar, and the king of Narendranagar in ancient times used to feed the sadhus every day. So the sadhus used to come, have their lunch, and used to go away to come back the next day. These sadhus were fed in a silver vessel and silver plates. So one day what happened was, a sadhu came for lunch and he put a silver vessel used for drinking water into his bag and walked away. This was brought to the notice of the king, and he was quite surprised about this because this never happened, and that day the sadhu had walked away with the silver vessel. So after 2 days, the same sadhu who had stolen this vessel brought back and put it in its place in the palace. This surprised the king even more, as why did the sadhu take it 2 days back and why he had to return it today. So he called all the scholars for a discussion. So there one scholar asked the king as what did he feed that day. The king thought for a while and remembered that the previous day the dacoits had taken away the sacks of rice and dal, and they were caught by the soldiers, and those materials were brought back to the palace. And that day the food was prepared from these sacks. So the rice and the dal were made from the sacks which had been stolen by the dacoits. So now I think everybody must have got to know that why the sadhu had taken away that vessel and why did he return it after 2 days. That says that the effect of the food that he had eaten had on his thoughts for 2 days, and only after that he realized that he has done something wrong and he brought back the vessels. So this story is an illustration to show that the food we eat and the thoughts that has a role to play in our daily lives. So thoughts are always very powerful. We have the power, I say that we have the power to change our own destiny. So the way we think, that is the thing what we attract. So here let me compare with the vegetarians and non-vegetarians. The vegetarians tend to get lesser anger than the non-vegetarians, and the vegetarians are more patient than the non-vegetarians. The reason can be that the animals which are slaughtered and then the meat that the humans consume has a link on the thought process. What happens to the animals when they are brought to the slaughter rooms? What are the emotions they have during those 15 days of their life in the slaughter rooms? What happens is the animals know that they are going to be killed after 15 days. So they have all that anguish, various emotions of fear, anger, and the constant thought of how they can escape from that slaughter house. So these have an influence on their every cell of that particular animal, whether it be a goat or whether it be a hen. So this meat, when it is consumed by a human, definitely has an influence on the thinking process of that individual. So that acts on the emotional level of the brains of that human who has consumed that meat. So that is the reason that we see more impatience, anger in the non-vegetarians than the vegetarians. It is not that the non-vegetarians cannot consume meat, or I am not asking them to switch on to the vegetarian food all of a sudden, which is not possible. So what I would suggest is that they take 30 seconds of time before they consume from the plate, or to just set high vibrations on the food that they are going to consume. So pray for 30 seconds, express gratitude, say that they are consuming the food which can be helpful for the body and mind, so that they set the energy and high vibrations the food they are consuming that day. This was followed by our ancestors as a ritual. Every time they sit for having lunch or dinner or breakfast or anything they used to consume, they used to take this 30 seconds to pray and express gratitude for the food, and then it was eaten. So what they were doing is they were setting a high energy and vibration for the food that they were consuming. So that will energize the food or the water we are taking before we are consuming it. So that will have an influence on our minds. And it is always said that the home food is better than the outside food. So the home food is prepared with utmost care, love, and there are high vibrations in that which will keep the family happy and healthy. I'm sure every individual must be experiencing in this lockdown period of 1.5 months, that is, it's almost 47 days today, and you all must have been experiencing a more healthier body, a more calm going body, and a more vibrational health. And I'm definitely I can vouch that these are all because you have been having the home prepared food, and that too prepared with utmost love and care, and of course with hygiene. So this influences our thought process too. Just check on this. How were you earlier? What was the stress level before this lockdown, and what are the stress levels now? Even now you are with that thought as what would happen after the lockdown, but still the level of stress what you are undergoing is much more lesser than the stress what you were undergoing prior to the lockdown. That is only because you have been consuming the homemade food, and you are consuming with a peaceful mind. You have no hurry to go somewhere, you have no hurry to get back to your work, so you are paying more attention to the food that you are eating. So I would say that the food that we eat has definitely an influence on our brains and our thought process. This is really a vast chapter which at least need 1.5 a day to 2 days for you to explain in detail as how the diet and the food we take influences our thought process. So if anyone has doubt or wants to know more or inquisitive to know more, you can call me on 9652458901, and I would be more than happy to answer your queries. Now I take a moment to thank all those who have watched this channel with patience, and I would also like to thank my daughter Prerna for giving me this opportunity to be a guest on her channel. Thank you one and all. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy Mother's Day again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mummy, for such a wonderful session. Today, we understood about how our food influences our thought processes. And I am sure that all of us out here will take care of the food we eat so that we think good and act good. Thus, will contribute to a happy family, happy area, happy state, and a happy nation. Now, let us have a small celebration for all the beautiful mothers out there. We will also light diyas which can hinder knowledge, love, and peace across this beautiful world.
A very happy Mother's Day to everyone out there.
If you like that video, then please do like, comment and share it to all your dear friends. And if you are new to our channel, then please do subscribe to our channel Prerna Plus and do press the bell icon to receive further notifications. Bye friends. Meet you next week